Joining us now is Gilda DeCarli to tell us about a popular new social media application. Hey, Gilda.
Hi, Arnie. So there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's Twitter and Snapchat. But have you heard of Yik Yak?
Yik Yak?
Yeah, Yik Yak.
Gilda, I barely know what an iPhone is, let alone Yik Yak.
I believe that. Well, you're probably not alone. Most adults haven't, but their kids may have. The new application has been popular amongst Needham's younger residents, and we wanted to find out what all the buzz was about. Have you heard of Yik Yak?
Yes, I have.
What can you tell me about it?
It's just kind of used to insult people without knowing who you are.
Do you find some of the posts funny?
Some of them are funny, though. It'll be like an inside joke, like with like the students. Like people will try and like make a joke that other people can like relate to. But so, like some of them are funny, but others are just like stupid.
Do you think that this could potentially lead to cyberbullying?
I think it really could, and it could hurt some people in the end.
From Chicago to Georgia to Southern California, and even here in Massachusetts, one iOS application has given headache and heartache in many school communities. It's called Yik Yak. The location-based app allows users to post anonymously in a community-wide forum.
When you ask all of your black friends to hang out and they're so excited they scream, "Yeah!" and you're like, "Oh God, stop yelling, this isn't a movie theater."
Sitting on the toilet when the seat is not down is almost as bad as hearing about 8th graders doing so gay.
How to say no to alcohol? Chug it, then it's gone.
The result has led to a series of racist, sexist, and homophobic posts, and even a few instances of bomb and shooting threats across the country. The inappropriate use of this app is leaving many concerned.
Think about this. You're a middle school or a high school kid, and you read something about yourself, whatever it is, and it hurts you. You can be very anxious about going to school the next day. My goodness, people are talking about this. You can be walking down the hall thinking everyone is thinking about this or knows this about me, whether it's true or not. So these sort of things tend to increase anxiety a lot, get kids in the situation where they have no downtime. They're thinking about this all the time. It follows them 24 hours a day. And we really think about here at Youth Services the emotional consequences of being online. And these are very deep, very serious, and very long lasting.
Though it was intentionally created to serve as a virtual bulletin board with rather innocent posts such as advertising free food on college campuses, the app has turned into much more. Many users have taken advantage of its anonymous feature by treating Yik Yak more like a cyber bathroom stall where rumors spread quickly and perpetrators are hard to track down.
It's two things. One is it's, well, very captivating and compelling. Well, what is this? What's this new technology? What's it all about? But some students have gotten into it and think it's great. A lot of students have said, wow, this is dangerous. And I was thrilled that people are seeing the emotional dangers of something like Yik Yak.
I mean, I've seen like trash talking about like specific kids or like girls mostly.
Do you think it's a good idea?
No, not really, because people can bully others on it.
I think that if people have a problem with it, they just don't need to use it. They don't have to look at it. Okay. But I mean, people can say what they want.
We spoke to Needham High School student and Youth Services board member Regina Longley, who suggests that although the application is widely used by Needham students, its popularity is beginning to wane. She told us, "Overall, I think it's an app that allows cyberbullying to flourish and it gives people power they wouldn't have otherwise. However, I think that it's just another sort of phase app that will fade out and become obsolete over the course of the next few months, because I'm sure someone else will develop some new form of social media that will be just as intriguing."
Compared to other social media apps that impact the high school, it hasn't been as much of a concern. Now, I know that an awful lot of texting, an awful lot of messaging and tweeting and use of these apps happens outside the high school. We, we don't troll or go look at applications or anything, so we don't know. I am aware, though, I know just that students use social media all the time, and the vast majority of the time quite responsibly. But I also know that these other incidents do happen.
Now, although users must be at least 17 years old to download the app, unless parental controls are in place, teens under 17 will have no problem when downloading it.
I wasn't able to see it here in the high school, which I guess is one positive thing that the folks who developed this is doing is blocking this at schools. So have to give them some credit for that.
Needham school administrators and youth services implement a common strategy when dealing with social networking apps. Disciplinary action is taken against students who damage another individual's reputation, and counseling is offered to those who are targeted. But more importantly, cyberbullying prevention programming forms a cornerstone of responsible digital citizenship.
I think, one of our core values, we have 3 core values: to think, to respect, to communicate, and all 3 of those come into play when you're about to post something online. And when something is online, it's there forever. So how do you want to be known and remembered, and are you acting in a caring and supportive way towards someone else?
We always say to students, don't do anything online you wouldn't do in person. So if you're going to write something nasty about someone, would you go up to that person and face-to-face say that to the person? The students typically say, no, I would never do it, that's rude. Well, if it's rude in person, it's also rude online.
What advice would you give to parents who are trying to figure out more about Yik Yak?
From my own perspective as a parent is to start the conversations as early as you can with young people, and to try to instill those values and the right decision-making pieces in place. And students will test, and I mean children will test, of course, and they're going to make their own decisions and make mistakes at times, but to have those be informed decisions, and to do that as early and often as possible.
For more information, you can check out the Needham Youth Services website. For the Needham Channel News, I'm Jill DiCarli.